What's going on YouTube? Hitterback making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Doge to BTC. Today is Saturday, which means tomorrow will be the last day we review Doge. So if you have another altcoin to review, definitely leave it down below in the comments so I know which ones you guys are most interested in. Otherwise, we will be looking at the recent downtrend within cryptocurrency, Litecoin now leading more towards $80, which is quite wild. But I do have reason to explain why. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump right into today's video. So before we dive into the chartings, we are on the current coin market cap. You can see market cap is 294 billion. So compared to where we were yesterday, which was around 302, we are now 294, so quite lower. 24-hour volume is 56 billion, so that is slightly increasing. And we see Bitcoin dominance at 69.4. Similarly where it was yesterday, actually I think it's much higher, to be honest with you. It's almost 70% of the market, which is quite wild. I don't think I've seen Bitcoin dominance at 70% of the market in quite a long time now that I'm thinking about it. 70% of crypto is owned by Bitcoin. It used to be down to like 40% at one point, but you can see where everything's shifting, and a lot of this money is moving back into Bitcoin. Now, looking at the top 10 cryptocurrencies, you'll notice everything is in red except for EOS, but everything is down. Everything is trading downwards. We do have very close encounter with Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin, very neck and neck, but for the most part everything else is pretty much just very trending downwards. Couple coins that are up, but for the most part you can see we are in the red. Couple coins that are double digits too, which is quite wild. But for the most part things aren't looking too great in terms of seeing a potential bullish move in the near future. You can see how everything is kind of following Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Bitcoin SV, and Monero all have that dip. It's very similar to Bitcoin and what it's doing right now. Very similar trend and patterns. So I do just want to jump over to Litecoin right now, or sorry, Bitcoin, and explain what exactly is going on. So but the reason I want to look at Bitcoin prior to Litecoin or Ethereum or Doge is because I do think that Bitcoin is the coin that is kind of causing all of this ruckus and pretty much showing the retracement to come. And due to the fact that Bitcoin is the one that's dipping, I do believe that the other ones are kind of following Bitcoin, and they're not really doing their own thing. They're just mimicking what Bitcoin's doing with this downwards pressure. It is pulling the other altcoins with it. So when you look at Bitcoin right now, you'll notice a couple of things. Bitcoin is starting to retrace lower, which was said. And ever since the past couple of days, I think like maybe 3 or 4 days ago, I have said that Bitcoin is going to start heading down for a couple of reasons. One being, pretty far away from its high-low MMA, being that we were very close to being overbought, and the fact that we are in an ascending triangle. And this is pretty much the biggest. So you can see right now as I zoomed out, we are in an ascending triangle. What does that mean? We have an uptrend right here. We have a resistance up at the top at 12,800, and we are starting to trade on top of this uptrend. You can see numerous points of contact. This all seemingly comes into some point where the downwards pressure and the upwards pressure both get, kind of tied in. Did not mean to do it like that. Sorry, finger slipped. But something along the lines of this, how it all slowly gets intertwined and volume kind of dies out completely. And then we see a lot of pressure build up here, and we can see a pop in either direction. How does that, affect us? What does that mean for us? So we're kind of early in this ascending triangle, so that is necessarily a good thing. What do I mean by that? And when's the next possible buying opportunity? So you can see that we are starting to trend downwards. We're starting to trade down. We also know we have a pretty strong support right here. We have resistance capped right there. We have support, and we have support again. So what does that mean? If indeed we do decide to continue to retrace, where's the next buying opportunity? Anywhere on this line would be considered a great buying opportunity if we can extend that far. That's looking more towards mid to end of August before we see a potential, jump to the upside. Otherwise, we will most likely come into contact with our support right here at around $10,550, which could be a good buying opportunity. I would honestly hold off, or if I would, I'd start dollar cost averaging at this level and then buy in as it gets lower down to here, because we're most definitely going to be using these high-low middle moving averages as a support with our uptrend right here. And this all coming together at once should inevitably jolt the price of Bitcoin to higher levels, pretty much testing its all-time high for 2019, which is around $13,000. So the best thing to do is to be waiting to retest this bottom support, buy in down here, that's what I'm going to do, and then ride it up to the top right around 12,800 and then sell off right there, and then kind of readjust my portfolio, see what's going on, and then potentially either buy more, sell off, consolidate, wait. But this is going to be the play right here is what we're looking for. We're looking for retracement and then a swoop to the upside. Now, how does that affect Litecoin? Well, obviously, when we see Bitcoin start to downtrend, it does indicate that the rest of the market's usually doing the same thing. It's weird. Bitcoin can spike upwards and nothing will happen in the altcoins like we saw here. But when Bitcoin starts to dip, the rest of the market starts to dip too. Very odd. But you can see we're nearing oversold with Bitcoin on the daily. That's one pretty cool indicator. That does mean this may be the bottom soon. And I did say we were going to most definitely retest around $80. We had a support at 90, and then we could fall to $80. There is a bottom at 67. I didn't think it was going to go that low. I still don't think it is. But a bottom support at around $80, which is where we're currently breaking through and heading down to. I said this in yesterday's video. So definitely check that out as well. But we are capped. You know, this high-low MMA is capping us at a very strong resistance at $100. Not only that, but we do have a resistance band here at 100. So there's multiple things tied in to pushing this coin downwards. Another issue with Litecoin right now is the fact there's really no uptrend indicating a swing anytime soon. We had a descending wedge that we did break, pretty nice out of. You can see we did shoot right out of that. There was the low volume, and then we broke up, hit a cap at $100, and then now we're starting to trend downwards. So theoretically, this downtrend is still in play. We could possibly be using this to head lower, and I know that's unfortunate, but it is definitely a possibility that this, which I know you don't want to hear that sound, may fall to here. So am I saying to, not buy into Litecoin? No, there are other options out there you may want to consider. And if you guys know any, definitely make sure to drop a comment down below so I know which ones to potentially, discuss and share for everybody. But this potential retracement is definitely a possibility in the near future. Now, to wrap things up, out of the top 3 blue chip cryptocurrencies, it is Ethereum. Ethereum starting to trend downwards as well. We do have a bottom right here with a resistance of right here at 227. We have a couple supports. We did break bearish out of this somewhat ascending triangle right here, breaking the support uptrend right there. Now we're getting caught in a very odd uptrending wedge, which you can see does have a support at around $197, $200. Do I think we're going to get that low? I do think so. I think it's very similar to Litecoin in regards to potentially retesting 80. It goes with saying that Ethereum could be potentially retesting $200. It's 204, so very easy can it retest, 200, and with this ascending triangle we are seeing some sort of sideways consolidation, which we did see that retracement, and now we're pretty much just consolidating out. Most likely we're going to pull back down to here and then consolidate out. Lastly, I do want to look at Dogecoin, and then I do have some interesting news to share. While all these other cryptocurrencies are shooting up breaking bearish and dropping in terms of crypto, Dogecoin is hitting its bottom support, and we're starting to trend upwards off that. So that is great news. We did see a support. I'd like to see how high we can go with this. It is definitely a very big possibility that this coin could go right up to here. So do keep a close eye on that. Otherwise, guys, I'm trying to figure out, I want to come up with another thing. I know this channel is completely based on crypto, but in the long run, everything is money-wise. So I do want to figure out some other content to potentially introduce to you guys in a potential bearish market on crypto. That doesn't mean we're not going to talk about crypto. Obviously, we are, but some other options that you guys may want to consider. I'm trying to figure out what those are, but potentially do some more real, cryptocurrency related things, buying things with Bitcoin, buying things with crypto in the real world, or finding other ways to make money to share with you guys, because I do think those are quite interesting. But that is going to pretty much wrap up today's episode. I believe we got everything covered for today. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we did. But if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.